Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of Moments with Gabby. I am your host Gabrielle Mosa. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about all things immigration and permanent residency. We'll be talking to a guru who knows more about this field. Stay tuned for more. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified for new episodes. Karibu sana, Lawrence. Tell the people who you are.
To begin with, I'm Lawrence Maina. I'm a Kenyan citizen who is running a global immigration advisory and consultancy firm based here in Nairobi. But we also have a headquarter. We also have a branch in California, USA, because we also do have partnerships with partners in USA.
Okay.
Yes.
So what inspired you to start this firm?
I came to realize there was a very big gap in the market considering how people want to go abroad. Particularly the case that got me really interested in starting this business. Most of Kenyans and most people globally, they only do what we call green card lottery, and that is bahati nasibu, as we may call it here in our Swahili language. That is, you try your luck. Most people don't really know that there are so many green cards that are being offered under different programs in USA that will help you to immigrate in that country hassle-free. Although the process does involve money, you will be able to relocate illegally. You will be able to relocate legally with the right papers, with the right documents. Yes. Alternatively, more so to add to that, most of people, they don't know even how to handle embassy questions.
Yeah.
So we also offer them an incubation program so that can be able to decode the embassy.
Okay.
So that the visa process can be successful.
Yeah.
Yes.
You basically help them, you give them like a look of how it will be, you ease their process.
Ease their process.
And how long has your company been in existence for?
Actually, Gypsum Global has been in existence for the last 9.5 years. In fact, we are clocking to the 10th year.
Wow.
Yes.
So you've been doing it for quite a while.
Yes.
So tell me the process. Maybe I've decided I want to go to the US for relocation. What is the process like when I come to your company?
Basically, we normally deal with candidates or clientele who really want to relocate to USA. And our programs are mainly on green cards.
Okay.
We provide and source for them green cards using the right partnership with immigration lawyers whom we have a contract with in USA.
Okay.
Yes, the process normally involves, first of all, the client has to come to the office and explain to him, to us, what he really wants and why does he want also to relocate, because we need to understand the intent. Because apart from permanent residencies, which we also call them green cards, there are also those who want to go for a visit. Maybe there is a graduation, or they want to go and do business, or even tourism. For tourism purpose. Yes, so categories are many. It depends with what you want, but mostly we deal with green cards for people who want to go there and permanently stay in the USA, and they will be provided with all the amenities or advantages of being a US citizen.
Okay.
Meaning they can live, work, and study.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mostly deal with the US?
Mostly our major market is USA, Canada, and Europe. Although we also have Australia. Yes.
Why do you mostly focus on the US? Is it that most Kenyans want to go there, or is it easier to work with?
Definitely, when you deal with the clients, there is a lot of excitement about going to USA because of the myriad opportunities that are available in that country. And most people want to be somewhere where they are also secure. Secondly, they are looking at the stability because most of these clients they have young families, and once the relocation package is about you and your family, you are relocating together with your family, definitely it is usually a sure bet.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the success rates? Like, are there people who you help and it doesn't come through, or all of them you've helped, all of them have gotten the visas?
Definitely, success rate are not 100%, but at least we are at 90%.
Okay.
Because since the focus is usually surrounded on permanent residence, that is, these green cards for USA, it is for people who want to move to that country permanently. All right, so most of them, depending on their circumstances and how weighty their documentation is, we have never had a denial on those ones.
Okay.
Those ones are usually successful because the decision for green card is usually made, the decision to issue you a green card is normally made by the American government on the other side.
Yeah.
Unlike these non-immigrant visas, which are for short-term visits, we refer them as non-immigrant visas. That these ones are B1, B2, F1 for students, and also tourism visas.
Okay.
All right, these ones you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt to the consular officer who will interview you that you have the intent of going to that country, and still you have to convince them that you come back. That's what we refer to as the intent.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are some of the documentations that you ask for that are required when applying for these?
Normally, when applying for this, since we have different categories, I'll start with green cards. Green card allows you to stay in USA permanently. You live, work, and even do study or even do business.
Okay.
This is a very different category course. Because it normally requires an arrangement which is done by an expert in immigration law, and also sometimes it involves recruiters who will also offer you opportunities for that job. Because as you are aware, in USA we have different categories of visas for green cards. We have EB1 visa, we have EB2 visa, all right, and we have EB3 visa, which normally encompasses professionals, skilled and unskilled. Alternatively, we also have a visa for investors, those people who want to go there and do what we call enter the market through different investment avenues. That is visas for investors.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Apart from that category, there is these short-term visas that I'm referring to now as non-immigrant visas. These ones you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that your intent is visiting that country and coming back. These are the ones that we refer to as B1 or B2 visa. These visas, you'll have to go through the process at your own country's consulate of the US Embassy. All right. Once that is done and you have the interview has been successful, it is at the discretion of the consular officer or the visa officer to state that you have passed the interview and that you have succeeded the interview. So you have to prove yourself beyond reasonable doubt. Once we come to the documents that are normally required, definitely anyone can visit USA, because even an invitation letter does not form the basis for the visa officer or the consular officer to prove that you have a strong case to visit USA. You need to prove the ties that you have back home, and I mean real strong ties. You understand? You have to prove to the interviewing visa officer that your intent is going to the USA and you are also going to come back to your country. Yes. So about documentation, you need some evidence, because what I'm referring to as the ties back home is what makes you go to America and still come back to Kenya. That's what I'm referring to. That is the intent. And also the ties that you have back here. For example, if you are married, you have a business that you are running, you are employed, all right? and maybe you also even own property here in this country. It will show that you are going for a short term and then you come back.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very interesting. So how are you able to have good relationships with the immigration officers? Because I'm sure you're the one who bridges the gap. So how are you able to work on those relationships?
We normally bridge a gap that is usually on the application system for these visas.
Okay.
Most people don't know how to file the DS 160. This is a form that is you have to file that form. You have to file and fill that form so that you can be scheduled for an interview.
Okay.
By the visa officer.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to present that form. They don't know how to fill it online. So we provide our expertise based on our experience and on a case-to-case basis. So that we ensure our work, we can only ensure 90% success rate, but you also need to understand that for these non-immigrant visas, you also have to be well-rounded and respond to the questions the way you are supposed to answer them. That's why we also do what we call training and coaching on how to decode the embassy on an individual case.
Okay.
Yes.
And usually how long does this process take from when they come to you to applying to being approved the visa?
Before the initial start of the commencement of the process, we normally engage the client to understand where we are heading to. Because we cannot have a blanket way of working. We have a structured way of working. This involves also doing an evaluation of the candidate and also doing a thorough assessment of his case so that we can ensure at least 99% success rate.
Okay.
Yes.
How are you able to, now let's say their visa has been approved and everything, and you've gotten the visa for them to go abroad, do you help them once they go there? How do you help them after? Like finding settlement and...
For those people who normally go on non-immigrant visas, that is for B1 and B2 visas, we normally channel them to our lawyer, to our immigration legal firm in California. This way they can be able to do what we call a change of status on their visas, because these are non-immigrant visas, and then they'll be able to stay legal in US as they scout for better opportunities.
Okay.
But what I would advise is that if you want to move to USA permanently, it is better to initiate the process once you are here in Kenya, because it normally takes up to a maximum of 18 months. The process is intensive, and it also requires you to have to be well oiled in terms of finances, because it will cost you at most even 3.5 million, depending on the size of your family, because that is a green card. Another thing that we normally focus on, there are those people who might not have that huge amount of finances that is required for green cards, but there are those clients who want to go for these non-immigrant visas and then they do change of status. The only advantage is that you will be in USA once we are doing your visa status change. Of your non-immigrant visa, such that you move from B1 to green card. Still, the cost will still almost be the same. The only difference is that the process will be faster, because once your change of status has been filed by our immigration legal partner over there, your process will be a little bit faster. Because for you to secure that green card and you went on a non-immigrant visa, that is B1 or B2, the filing has to be done rightly, and also change of status has to be done, and then you yourself, maybe you could also be in a position to secure a job where an employer will make your process more faster, because he will petition for you using a lawyer.
So you would prefer for them to start the process there when they go, not here?
Not exactly. I'm trying to give you two scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
One, the easiest is that they can start the process for green card once they are here
Okay.
in Kenya. The second is that we start the program under the packages that we have, such that someone goes for a visit. That is B1 or B2. That's what I'm referring to as non-immigrant visa.
Yeah.
All right. Then once they are there, they have already succeeded in the visa application process here at the U.S. Embassy. Then once they are over there and they have arrived, we can be able to connect them to our our partner legal firm in USA, that is in California, and then the process will proceed. But you should note that once we come to immigration matters, once you cannot file for a visa, for a change of status for your visa on a non-immigrant visa if 91 days have not elapsed.
Okay.
So depending on your I-94, when you enter that country, you have to calculate 91 days, because you are well aware that this B1, B2 visa is usually valid for 5 years, but the moment you enter USA, you must leave before the first 6 months are over. All right. So what do? The law, the immigration law in America does allow you to do what you call a change of status before your 6 months, your first 6 months upon entry to the U.S. borders, within the U.S. borders have elapsed. So we normally do the filing after the 91 days of your visit have elapsed. We cannot do before.
Okay.
Yes, this is to make sure that your intent still remains well taken care of. Because you understand that whether B1 or B2 visa, you can still proceed and have a green card.
Okay.
Yes.
Very insightful. So guys, we're going to take a short break, and in the upcoming segment we're going to talk about the challenges he has faced running the company, the advantages, and how you can maybe start your own farm. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for staying tuned and keeping it locked. I hope you have commented, shared, and subscribed, and leave a comment on how you think the show is going so far. In the previous segment, we talked about the company, Jobson Global, how it started, and the process for visa applications. In this upcoming segment, we're going to talk about why you should choose this company, the challenges he's had running this farm, and advice if you want to start a farm of your own. So tell us why people should choose your farm to work with.
Definitely, the reason why most clients do come to us is that we have had a success rate of beyond 90%, and most of this business has really grown through referrals of the previous successful candidates or clients. We have a customer based approach whereby we start the relationship with our clients since initializing the project itself or the program for their visas application. We do this on a personal touch and understanding the needs of the clients. In that, we are able to relate to them, understand where they are heading to, and we try as much as possible to ensure that they also succeed. Ours is a customer focused approach, because immediately we understand the needs of our clients, we wholly own the process.
Okay.
So we work the client or the customer hand in hand until the last minute.
Okay.
Yes.
So your customer approach has really helped you get the 90%.
Exactly.
What are some of the challenges you have had running the farm or encountering with, different customers?
Okay, definitely the challenges that we normally get, it's a slow processing due to clients. Sometimes their commitments on the amounts that is required, sometimes they also get delays. As you also understand the current prevailing economic environment in different countries where we get our clients, because our clients are not only Kenya, we get clients all over the globe. Because we have the right links and also the right referrals. This being a setback normally results into delays in processing completion timelines, and the process completion timelines usually for green cards is usually 18 to 24 months. So sometimes we cross over even to 2.5 years. Yes.
So it's something that people should really think about the timeline.
Exactly.
I like that you've said when the finances are cut midway, you don't have to start afresh, you just continue from where you've continued from. So what advice do you have for someone who wants to maybe apply for a visa or a green card?
Definitely, if you are really interested in relocating abroad, or even apart from just getting the visas for green card or processing your green card, you can also decide to live free and also go for tours in USA, because we normally do provide cruise programs where you can go on a cruise ship tour to USA, like Miami, Bahamas. It's a nice place you experience cruise, and we will be able to facilitate you.
Yeah.
So apart from tourism aspect, apart from B1, B2 visas and green cards, and also students who, but we normally engage with clients, students who are going for their graduate studies, that is their masters, because it's easier for them. All right. Yes.
So you deal with the whole range.
Yes.
If you're going to study there, if you want to live, you're going for a trip, everything.
Right. And also, if you want to go for business, you want to go and sign a contract, you also want to go there and attend a conference.
Yeah.
We do all those facilitations.
All right.
Yes.
Tell them about your company, where they can find you on your social media platforms.
Great. Basically, Gypsum Global is based at Western Heights, 10th floor. That is in Westlands, Nairobi, Kenya. And also we have a branch in California, USA, to serve those for non-immigrant purposes, and also those people who want to do the change of status once they are in USA.
Okay.
On social media, we are at Gypsum Global. Twitter, Gypsum Global. Instagram, Gypsum_Global. Great.
All right, thank you very much for the interview. I've enjoyed learning all about visa. It's been a very insightful interview.
Welcome so much.
Thank you guys for staying tuned. I hope you have learned a thing or two. Kindly leave a comment on what you have thought of the show so far. I've been your host, Gabrielle Mosa. See you until next time.